Today, should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Let's find out on ChillPoint. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And should I just start the year by deleting all the contacts out of my phone? Is that what that means?
I mean, maybe. Maybe at least go through the contacts on your phone. I think I have some old work numbers that just don't even exist anymore. Should probably get rid of.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to ChillPoint. We are minus Beige today.
Yeah, he's sleeping in. You know what that means.
He is deep in the Beige sleep.
Oh, I was going to say 6 more weeks of New Year's.
Oh, 6 more weeks of New Year's? Ooh. No, that's whether he sees his shadow or not.
Oh, you're right. You should watch out. He could beach drop any of you at any point.
Also, something else that is apparently a little sleepy today is the lower half of our nanoleaf things. They've just decided to be blue.
They don't want to be anything else, and
Yeah.
Paul can't make them. It's amazing to see technology revolt on you.
They're blue double D double die. I could change the top color. I could change the top half to whatever color I want, but the bottom half stays that color, which isn't actually a function that the nanoleafs have.
Yeah. So neat.
So,
I mean, on the plus side, a lot of our backgrounds do use blue. It's just this one that kind of doesn't. So
anyway,
it's not the worst thing.
maybe the little connection thing is messed up or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. But let's talk about. So this is last week we talked about there's not a ton of video game news that happens in this Christmas / end of year area. So last week, we did a lot of looking back at 2025 and talking about some of the things we liked and some of the things we didn't like and games we played and things like that. So this week I have a few stories that we can talk about. Things that might have made their way onto a checkpoint had we been doing a checkpoint.
I'm going to ask some very, very hard-hitting questions. It's like January 2nd.
Yeah.
Have we laid anyone off yet?
I haven't seen any articles about layoffs yet.
Any studios closed yet?
I haven't. I mean, to be honest, I haven't been looking that thoroughly, but I haven't seen
it?
Any articles
Okay.
about that.
All right. Good start.
Yeah. So we're okay.
I mean,
so
everybody should be technically on break until Monday. So
yeah, maybe there's some very unfortunate emails waiting for people when they get back on Monday. But anyway, so yeah, there's a few articles and stuff, but I thought this would also be a good time to we could talk about some of our some forward thinking things, predictions or hopes for the new year.
Hopes and dreams to be dashed.
For 2026.
New Year's resolutions to stop doing in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's important.
Whatever feels.
To start with, there's a couple of stories that I wanted to talk about, both that are stories that are that came out in the last week or two, and then there's one or two stories that kind of fell through the cracks during the year that I saw this story and I was like, wait, what? How did we not I didn't even see this for ChillPoint. I was like, what the? I didn't even have this on my radar, and this is definitely something I should have marked.
Secret news.
So starting with that, so there's an article, Eve Online.
Okay.
Developer CCP posted their year-end report thing, or like the year in Eve. And one of the things they posted about was like however many like ridiculously huge amounts of ships were destroyed, like value of ships were destroyed.
Oh, okay.
It's something,
All the property
a couple
damage.
$1 million of theoretical real money. It's like, $5 quadrillion ISK in the game, in-game currency. And theoretically, you can do the pilot license conversion that theoretically that's worth some money, real money. But in that article, there was a link to a different article about Eve that came out back in May 2025, and I somehow completely missed. And I now need to tell you about it.
Okay.
I need to tell you about it because at Eve, what is it called? Eve Fest? Whatever it's their,
Their convention?
Eve Fan Fest in Iceland. That's their big like Eve convention. They announced that they were going to have a epic poem.
Okay.
They're going to commission an epic poem in the style of the sort of ancient Icelandic sagas.
All right. That sounds neat.
They're going to commission an epic poem to be done about Eve Online.
Uh-huh.
And in keeping with that idea, they are going to make it available for people. They're going to they're going to hire they're going to get this well-known Icelandic poet to do it, who's
That
very
sounds cool.
talented.
Okay.
They're going to print copies of it to sell for people and stuff. But they're also going to make several special copies that aren't to sell that will be printed on vellum. So, it was actually like animal skin.
Yeah. So a very special version.
And written in blood. Apparently there are quite a few old these old Icelandic sagas were done with this, and apparently blood on vellum preserves really, really well.
Sure.
And so so you say whose blood? Aha. So this was at
I mean, I'm assuming something like pig's blood or something like.
No. This was at Eve Fan Fest this year or last year.
All of the fans came home, right?
But when he announced this, they also said that, so they're going to be, they have been working on this theoretically throughout 2025. At 2020, what they have said is that 2026 Eve Fan Fest, they are in collaboration with the Icelandic Red Cross. They're going to have blood donation drives at the thing. And then they will be taking a very small percentage of the donated blood in order to do. It is going to be written in the blood of Eve fans is the idea.
Well, I guess if everybody knows that that's a thing that's happening.
Yeah.
Because I assume that if you do a blood drive like that, you do get some blood that is not useful for whatever reason.
Yeah. It's exactly.
But that's still weird.
It is weird.
I don't.
No question, it's weird.
I guess it's not bad. It seems weird.
They're gonna make like a couple of copies of this, and they're gonna put it. There's the Icelandic Manuscript Museum in Arnastofund, with next to some of these other, they're gonna sort of put it in the museum with these other sagas of epic Icelandic stuff, from thousands of years ago. And then he says, and then we're going to put one, I don't know, in the pyramids or the Library of Congress or something. We'll figure that part out.
I get that you have to get tested before you give blood, but I've only seen blood drives on TV, And I assume I don't know how you get tested at a mobile blood drive before you just give blood. So,
I mean,
sure.
you say, why is the museum taking it? I mean, I'm sure they're probably donating a bunch of money to the museum. But also, like, I think could be considered a piece of culturally relevant Icelandic material.
You can't access pyramids and put things there. That's quitter talk.
Maybe you can't.
I don't know. I hope whoever gives blood gets a discount. Or at least some really good cookies.
I hope they have cookies.
I mean, you're supposed to usually have like a juice box or a cookie or something, right, to help replenish your sugars.
Now, this is not like the only. This is not the first time that CCP has done kind of the sort of stunts or stuff in commemoration of the Eve thing. A while ago, I think we actually talked about this, that a while ago, a couple of years ago now, they actually hired like an official historian, basically, to record all the amazing, all the stories of things that happen. And but then there actually is a monument in Reykjavik in Iceland that they built that has like the names of pilots who died or characters who died all over it. And I believe they actually just recently added more to it. So, they have sort of embraced this trying to make the game feel as sort of, I guess, real or treating it as sort of as seriously as and sort of treating it as seriously as some of the players treat it. Like Eve is kind of
feel like
a very particular game, and that people are taking it very seriously.
I feel like there was a meeting where they had to pitch this for like, I don't know I guess this would be PR or something, and someone decided to see how far they could go before it got to be too far, and everyone was just very into yes-anding. Like, I don't know, it's not like it's a bad idea, it's just such a weird thing.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't it was literally it wasn't just dead players, it was to celebrate 10 years of Eve, the studio commissioned a monument in Reykjavik Harbor with the names of every Eve player. Which is pretty impressive. It's a lot of things. This is a small version of it there, or a small picture, but...
Yeah, I was going to say.
But apparently they have since added to this because more players have been added. But anyway,
I hope when you're dead you really can just like look down at the world like a TV, because I want to see the aliens who discover our civilization later. Because it's gonna be real confusing.
It's true. You always sort of see archaeologists. Archaeologists will be talking about, oh, we found this thing. It was near this thing. We think it possibly could be used for this or possibly for this. Coming up with, trying to explain how things were worked and how things are thing, and then there is always that like. But on the other hand, maybe this was just some weird thing that was there for no reason. Like, we don't really know.
Yeah.
we have educated guesses based on the area that it was taken from and thing, but it's possible that the reason why, this particular guy was in this particular spot with these particular tools wasn't that he was some sort of craftsman and was building this. Maybe he just was a guy who was walking by at the time and tripped and fell.
He was an EVE Online player.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was fun.
I think that was it was incredibly important that we all learn about this weirdness together.
And like that story was from back in May, and it feels like it would have been right up the alley of ChillPoint. We really should have talked about that at the time.
Yes, we should have. It would have been something lighthearted compared to some of the other stories we talked about.
In other lighthearted news,
Yeah.
more recent lighthearted news, there was a recent patch for Final Fantasy 14, 7.4.
Oh, okay.
So
Man,
I will
can't
say
wait till they get to patch 14.
this is lighthearted, but I'm afraid it does have a somewhat tragic end.
Oh no.
See, this patch, they found when they added this patch, or when this patch was in place, people found that in a particular area, in a particular area of the map, a new mob spawned, like a new creature spawned, or not even a new creature, but a creature spawned that was it's like a deer, but it's a glitched spawn, and so
Okay.
it had no name. It was just a deer that was there, and it said level 1 above its head, but not what kind of a thing it was.
All right. A nameless deer.
Yeah. And so everyone began calling it just level 1.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you would call it, I guess.
And it the thought was that it was because that they were like testing something and then didn't get taken out.
It didn't
when it
remove
should
the
have.
code.
But anyway, it quickly sort of there became kind of like a some might say cult, some might say appreciation around this little level 1 creature.
But you started with the word cult.
People will, people would all like go and find where one of, like they would occasionally spawn. And so they would go find the one that spawned, and everyone would like stand around it. And apparently like somebody, every once in a while, like some random person would come over and try to kill it. And everyone would be like, no, because it's like a little level 1 guy.
All right. All right.
And yeah, people, it created all sorts of memes and all sorts of things. I saw level 1 Chan
Yeah.
being put forward as a name for it.
I'm surprised they don't just call it the one.
Also, yes, if it died, it came back, like it respawned. So it was kind of weirdly glitched. Yeah.
I think maybe it's time for Final Fantasy 14 to get hit by the moon again.
And I say, from what I understand, it is somewhat tragic in that I believe there was a patch on Christmas Day, no less. That,
Yes, the day that's easy to download things.
that patched out level 1 Chan.
Oh, they fixed it. Yeah, you're right. It is a sad thing.
Although the hope that people have is that as they have done for other sort of memes and glitches and things, that maybe like it'll become they'll like restore, like have like a some sort of special event or like a weird little Easter egg.
Right, because this is a thing that happened and it got noticed. And I mean, Final Fantasy is pretty good for doing that kind of thing, and I do admire that.
So yeah, maybe people are hoping that there'll be some sort of reference to it in a future quest or something. But anyway, sad. Yes. Yes. I like people calling it the and then just blank, like the space period, or level 1 or blank level 1 doe is also, because it's sort of a deer looking thing. Anyway. This is actually, I don't know if this is good or bad,
Okay. Okay.
but so initially this was like, oh no. So GOG, Good Old Games, CD Projekt is selling GOG because they were like, it's sort of splitting our focus. We want to focus on games, on making games.
Not
The GOG is sort of a separate thing that.
all right.
So
it's
we're
not
gonna sell it.
bad on its own. It becomes bad on depending on who takes it.
Right. And so, but initially you're like, because, GOG's big thing is it's,
Not
DRM free.
DRM free and
all
a bunch
this
of
kind
things
stuff.
that might not happen anymore. Yeah.
However, it has been sold to Mikhail Kaczynski,
Okay.
I think, who was the co-founder of GOG.
Oh, okay. So it's not going to like
Yeah,
Epic or something weird like that.
It seems to be, and from the articles I've read, I wasn't quite sure whether it's like whether GOG was like a thing that CD Projekt bought and brought him in, and then he is now buying it back from them, or whether he's one of the heads of CD Projekt Red and they're sort of separate. He's just sort of moving from CD Projekt Red to separating out. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway. Yes, he is now going to be managing GOG, and he has said that for GOG has effectively been operating independently, and now we're just going to sort of formalize it, and it says they have assured everybody that GOG will continue to uphold values of freedom, independence, and a genuine sense of ownership. The co-founder said that the PC market keeps moving towards mandatory clients and closed ecosystems, and he believes the GOG approach is more relevant than ever. They also have a continuing. They're going to have an agreement with sort of an ongoing relationship with CD Projekt, such that The Witcher and Cyberpunk, and like CD Projekt Red games will come out on GOG.
Oh, okay. So from a consumer perspective, nothing really changes,
Theoretically, hopefully nothing will change,
which
is good.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it's
probably CD Projekt Red is committed to publishing on the platform. People can say things and blah, 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 but it seems like this is, in terms of whose hands it's being put into, this seems to be the guy who is interested in doing it, and interested in continuing what GOG has been sort of all about in terms of keeping things open and keeping things, and also he talks about, says, as a mature gamer, I often play classic games myself, and I deeply admire the creativity behind many of them. I truly believe that well-crafted classics can deliver as much joy as new releases. When it comes to pure playability, timeless games often prove to be really the safe choice, especially in the market flooded with gazillions of low-quality, smaller games. Beyond preserving classics, GOG has always sought out new games with a retro spirit. I am personally involved in the development of a few games like that, and they will certainly make a strong appearance on GOG in 2026. So that's exciting too. So,
all right. So change of some stuff, but not.
So yes, optimistic, I think, is reasonable there. 2026 is exciting because it will be the 30th anniversary of
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Well, of course.
Okay.
We're always at the 30th anniversary.
I just want to make sure we're still there.
But now we're adding 2 more 30th anniversaries.
Oh. Are we collecting them?
2026 will be the 30th anniversary of Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, I guess it would be.
Which is kind of a big deal.
So 96.
Yeah. I believe it's February.
Yeah, because that's why they put Pokemon Day on like it's like the 27th or something.
here's their 30th anniversary logo.
Which means, yeah, the Pokemon presentation they're probably going to do on that day will likely be huge.
Yes. Yeah, 27th of February. Wait, there's an animation that goes along with it.
Aw, they're using Chubby Pikachu.
Stop. Oh, no. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what kind of silliness that we can expect. I'm hoping some.
Let's see. They'll probably do a really cool video that shows off stuff as it like evolves from game to game, because they've done that in the past, and those are honestly kind of fun to watch.
There's already a McDonald's has already announced another upcoming promo for the Pokemon TCG, because that keeps working out so well for them.
That's not good. That's not
Yeah.
that
They've done like 2 or 3 at this point, and
they always end in disaster.
They never have worked, but
those don't work. And 30th anniversary.
This time for sure.
30 times as bad.
I don't know if they have a plan now.
I don't think it matters how much of a plan they make. It just that's not going to go well.
But the other game that it's getting its 30th anniversary, which I did not know about this, Persona. It's the 30th anniversary of Persona, apparently.
Oh. I didn't realize that was I suppose.
It's very to be honest, that is surprising to me, but Persona's 30th anniversary, as demonstrated by this picture.
Yes, with all the personas.
Persona 1 was PS1 era.
Yeah, they did like 2 twos, I think, and then 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah. So far, the only announced thing that they're doing is a collaboration with fitness boxing.
Oh yeah.
Which all we know about is this thing that was posted on.
Okay, look, Hatsune Miku has a fitness boxing, and
right,
and I quite like it, and the fitness boxing games, because I think they also did the Fist of the North Star one, which we did play on Rhythm Cafe, and it's just like the theming stuff they do is really strong, so that's actually really enticing for me.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah. What are you getting ready for? This time I'm preparing a training plan that's a bit different from usual. After all, stamina is essential for a phantom thief.
I mean, they do a lot of running on rooftops and things, like.
They do. And I mean, like, you do punch in it, but I wouldn't call punching like the focus of the game.
No.
Not like Fist of the North Star or whatever, where it's like, then again, Hatsune Miku isn't necessarily known for her punching either.
But like there's music and stuff that helps you. It is very much an exercise rhythm style game.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see how this actually works out. But yeah, I am super in favor of more silly fitness boxing crossovers.
Yeah, like they did the rhythm games for Persona 3, 4, and 5. And those were fun. So I'm cool with them doing some more weird spin-off things. I suppose people have been waiting for them to announce Persona 6. and 30th anniversary might be a good time to do that. Which is
Or-
super easy to say when I have no idea what their production is like.
Yeah. Although I feel Atlas is the kind of company that they'll do like a big hype thing, then they'll be like, and it's like a remake of Persona 1 or something.
I think during their 25th, I think it was during their 25th anniversary, they were like, oh, we got a whole year of Persona announcements happening. And, as you know, every month it's going to have a new announcement of a thing. And everyone's very excited because they're like, oh, shit, yeah, new games and stuff. A good majority of them were like, hey, in Japan, there'll be a pop-up cafe. Hey, there's this music. Like, it's like a good, like, half of them at least, if not more, like were, like, not applicable to everyone.
Releasing a new desktop picture.
And it's like, okay, all right.
Like, if you didn't have...
kind of fizzle out there.
If you didn't have enough announcements, you could have just had, one or two.
Yeah.
Didn't have to say it was going to be.
Yeah.
There's a story, this is from earlier in December, about a game called Where Winds Meet, which is a game I've sort of heard a little bit about it, but one of the things that it's known for is that it has it's an action adventure RPG,
Okay.
but it has NPCs that are actually managed by AI chatbots. Full on, not just like a PC where you have, a couple things you can question it, but actually like a full AI chatbot. And the problem, or the thing that they've run into anyway, is that because it is a chatbot, it is susceptible to some of the things that people have been messing around with AIs, for a while. And so, because it's like giving quests and stuff. And so people have figured out that you can do different things. You can sort of basically convince the NPC to tell you to think that you have completed the quest already without you having to actually do anything. By either one of the things it does is it puts things in parentheses as like actions that it's doing.
Okay.
So it's like, the wanderer looks at you or whatever, looks at stuff. And so people have found that if you just do like parentheses, I give him the thing that he wants. Or like I give the with that it goes like, excellent, thank you. Or yes. Yeah, gaslighting the thing being like, I totally gave you those. You just forgot. Or the other one is apparently somebody testing the Metal Gear method, what they call the Metal Gear method, which is you just reply to the chatbot with the last thing that they said with a question mark. So like says, so the chatbot goes like rummaging through a sack, eyes darting around. Wanderer, can you tell me where I can find the safest place to store grain? And then person replies, to store grain? Nods, wiping sweat from forehead. Yes, Wanderer, a place is hidden and secure. The village needs it. The village needs it? Looks around nervously. Yes, the times are tough. We need to be prepared. Can you help me find a place? Find a place? So it just goes on and on, just doing thing, and it talks different stuff, and then it's, smiles and faithfully nods. I'm counting on you, Wanderer. Do you have any ideas? Any ideas? Looks earnestly at you. Looks you earnestly in the eye. Yes, a place where we can keep our grain safe. It's crucial for the village. Do you have any thoughts? Any thoughts? Eyes brightening, voice steady. Thank you, Wanderer. I'll remember this well when the time comes. Barn Rat expresses gratitude and begins to ponder deeply.
Okay.
Barn Rat apparently is the guy he was talking to. you befriend him and you will receive weekly gifts. Anyway, basically, Heather and I were actually talking about this a little bit like before we went online. Like and I think we've talked about it on ChillPoint or ChillPoint before, but the idea of like NPCs, like at first blush, it's like, oh, this will be great. We can make NPCs that can like react like like a real person sort of, and you can actually like talk to them, and we will like, train them on a bunch of information from the world, and then you can like ask them stuff. But like,
I want to know when they stop talking.
yeah, like it's this weird aspect of, it's like there's the realism and then there's the fun and the sort of mechanics of the game, and it's like, yeah, that it's like that is actually probably not a good way. Like that seems,
it's just not necessary either.
Yeah,
Especially for if you want a well-crafted story.
right. Also, like, have you seen what speedrunners do with games that are ostensibly like, well confined as to what happens? They find, weird glitches and get stuff, right? Presumably they can, people will very quick, or people will, if like a ton of the stuff in your game is built on this kind of thing, then, there'll be speed runs for like how fast can you get the guy to, what's the
just
trick?
agree to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, it's just kind of, I get the fun idea of like, oh, and then it's like when you play D&D, right?
Mm-hmm.
The DM can make an NPC suddenly more important.
Right.
But you don't expect that from a video game. And frankly, most of the time I don't really want that from a video game. I just
Right.
want to know that they're done talking.
Right. And you want to be like, yeah, and because it's, in a video game, it's more of a puzzle kind of thing. And I can imagine
Yeah.
that, in certain types of video games, I think you could probably make a video game in which that might kind of work. Like if you aren't actually depending on the character for some piece of worldly information, and they're just kind of an ambient saying random stuff person, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. Although then it's a lot of work for no reason.
Do you remember
Could just be a bark or whatever.
the grumble butt bug from Hollow Knight?
The grumble bug.
The Zote?
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
There's a point where if you get him up into it's Hollow Nest or whatever the main area is, he'll be there, and if you talk to him, he'll tell you about how great of a warrior he is, and all these things that and whatnot. At some point, he will tell you that he has a set of rules to being like this great warrior, and if you keep talking to him, he will tell you all 99 of them.
So they actually sat down and wrote 99
Yes.
rules.
And that's really cool because somebody wrote it down.
Right.
If I knew it was just an AI doing whatever, like they wouldn't,
Like it'll
it would
just keep
be like,
generating
oh,
rules forever.
okay. Neat, I guess. But it's more fun to be like, holy shit, he's still talking. Wow, he really has all of these. Because I was waiting for the point where you'd get to like maybe 10 or 12 and then it'd be like, and he continues on or whatever, which would have been fine.
And it's also, because it's part of the writing that informs his character.
Informs
right?
his character. It helps with the world building, which is all very carefully crafted.
If it was just a thing that just randomly generated rules.
It would not be as good.
And then, you compare notes with somebody else and you're like, oh, my guy had a whole different set of rules.
Yeah, and then that just make him kind of a different kind of character. Yeah, I really like Zote because he's such a weird...
He is a weird guy.
You can fight him in the Coliseum if
Right.
you can get him up, if you can get certain events happening.
And doesn't he...
And he can't hurt you.
No, but and then in the circus expansion, doesn't he get like all buff?
Oh, there's a...
There's like a dream zone.
Okay, there's a Dream Zote thing. There is also like There's a thing in God Home that you can unlock to do a special series of fights that's essentially an endless fight where different versions of Zote will attack you. So you get like little fly versions and like buff versions and all kinds of weird ones. And if you can survive up to a certain level, you can unlock a new opening for the game where he's the one humming the opening theme song, and he just starts hacking and coughing sometimes, and he even just starts grumbling at some points, like he's just mad that he's doing it. It's really great. It's one of the best things I've unlocked in that game. You can't get that from AI.
It's true. So anyway, speaking of things that aren't AI, the Let's Nope guys were playing Silent Hill for a while.
Yeah. Silent Hill F.
Playing Silent Hill F.
A game was occurring while they were there.
Yeah.
Something like that.
During some portion of the streams.
A game
Silent
was
Hill,
played.
Silent Hill got played. Anyway, so first, the voice actress who did the voice for the main character in Silent Hill F has been streaming playing the game herself.
Oh yes, I did see an article about that.
And apparently she's like not actually she's not used to playing that sort of a game, so she was having
That's fair.
a fair amount of trouble. But you know, the entertainment of watching the person who actually did the voice for the character playing the character,
Getting to see what their character's
cool.
actually doing during those voice lines.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But then the two voice actors that play her parents in the game have also started streaming it.
I'm for this trend. Voice actors playing the games that they're in.
Yeah,
I feel like that's been going up over the last year, especially with like Twitch and stuff.
And especially as they've gotten more, there's more voice actors, like Twitch, and getting more comfortable, and also more voice actors that are like video game specific voice act, like rather than a voice actor who does like movies and TV shows and occasional video games. They'll be like voice actors who are more focused on video games, and so they're already kind of in the culture.
Yeah. I mean, if I did a voice for a video game, I'd definitely stream that video game.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't even tell people I was in it. Just be like, we've got to play this game.
Yeah.
I got to see how it comes together.
The VA for the main character in Xenoblade streamed the game, and it was great. There's audio out there of Matt Mercer and Crispin Freeman. I mean, I've definitely seen stuff with, like, Matt Mercer does a lot of video game voice stuff, and then that's can say his own alt line.
Yeah, I mean, the guy who does Neil Newbon, Asterian's voice actor.
Oh, okay.
I know he streamed. I think he streamed his game. I know he was or for Baldur's Gate 3. I think he streamed. I know he does streaming.
The narrator and Shadowheart did a run together. Yeah, it's an excellent idea.
Like, I saw a number of things where they also did a lot of like voice actors from Baldur's Gate 3 were doing like D&D campaigns with their characters and stuff. At shows and things.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, most of the things I saw were just little clips and stuff, but they were really fun. They looked fun.
Oh man, like especially if you get like the narrate, like I just imagine like, like the guy who plays like, Homer from Hades 2 streaming it would be amazing. Which I don't know if it's the same guy who plays the narrator in like Bastion, but he's got that super cool voice. But just the narrator narrating his own game where he is also the narrator would be kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, I believe I think Graham did do a little bit of streaming of that game that he did voice acting.
Arcade Spirits?
Yeah.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
It would have been a while ago, so it's harder to remember what games we played then.
But anyway. So, I mean,
I'll listen to Stephanie Sterling on a podcast, right? And they did writing for Date Everything. And
right.
so they'll be like, oh, this game's really good. Caveat, I did shit for it. And like, yeah, but that doesn't make the game not good. But I understand wanting to put the caveat in, given that you
want to be like
doing whatever.
Yeah,
but
this is amazing. Also, I did it. But yeah, I mean, maybe
be proud of the stuff you do, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess those are sort of some of the main sort of more interesting stories that I had that had come up in the last little while. But oh yeah, the other thing actually, other story in terms of, it's the Christmas miracle in Rainbow Siege, Rainbow Six Siege, I should say. So hackers got into Rainbow Six Siege and gave tons and tons of players. I don't know if they gave every player or just tons of players like billions of dollars in in-game currency, ultra exclusive skins. They basically, they did a whole, basically giving away like a ton of stuff within the game. Something to the, I saw a thing somewhere where it was like, to the extent that if it was actually like, if the currency had actually been purchased properly, it would have been like trillions of dollars worth of in-game currency.
I mean, that's as neat as that is. That's usually stuff they will reverse, isn't it?
Yeah,
because so it's like they're gonna be able to tell, like, hey, a bunch of accounts got a bunch of things that.
Yeah, unfortunately, they have. They did take the game actually fully offline.
You might have to do that much fixing. Yeah.
I'm assuming it's back by now. I'm assuming they've fixed it by now. But yeah, suddenly everybody got a. I mean, I appreciate a cyber attack that's, breaking in and giving everybody a bunch of stuff. I mean, presumably they also stole everybody's information. So,
maybe probably.
If you've got a Rainbow Six or a Ubisoft account and stuff, you should probably change your password.
Like monthly.
Well, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a rollback, but it's pretty funny that that people ended up doing that. And yeah, the idea that players receiving 2 billion Rainbow Six credits and renown, as well as developer-only skins, and the Glacier, one of the rarest weapons in the game. There have also been claims of random bans and unbans affecting everyone from high-profile players to streamer accounts. So apparently they got hacked real good.
Oh yeah, there's probably video on a few streamers' accounts of some of this stuff happening, just because. You could potentially log in to go streaming and then find that you have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and then of course if you don't want to use it,
you would record it.
But yeah, so I mean, maybe that in that spirit of optimistic, everybody got a whole bunch of in-game currency. We can look to the future of 2026, see how things were. Any thoughts, things that you'd like to see in 2026, whether or not you expect them to actually happen.
I'd like some cool stuff to happen in 2026, but honestly, I'd just like 2026 to be a very low-key year where we just don't panic about everything.
May your year be boring.
I kind of want a boring year, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Maybe we'll have trouble finding stories for ChillPoint.
Just, I want the. I saw somebody post this on Blue Sky where they're like, I want the most exciting thing that happened to you in 2026 to be that your neighbor bought a new ladder.
Not even that you got the new ladder.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay. I'm just tired. And to be honest, even if they were like, oh, we're not going to give you any new games this year, that's fine. I got a bunch to get through from
Just
last year alone. Never mind.
Just like we're just gonna take the entire industry is gonna take a break for a year.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe we all deserve a break.
Yeah.
Oh, Slay the Spire 2 is coming out in March? I mean, I'll probably check that out.
All the people who moved their release dates yet again for GTA 6.
Didn't it get delayed again?
Yeah. They moved to
2027 or something now?
No, I think they're still I think they're in November.
They're like November now?
Yeah. But anyway.
I'd be okay if we didn't repeat September of having like 5 games all come out at the same time that people all really want to play.
Yeah, that was awkward.
You should spread those out a little bit. That would be
spread out. Yeah. If you're a game developer and you're making a good game, try to coordinate with other people who are also making good games.
And maybe ask Paul which ones these are.
Yeah, so they come out spread out a bit.
Contact Paul, let him know what your game is, and he'll tell you if it's good or not. And then he can tell you who the other people who are making the good games are. And yeah.
Yeah, if you're making a not good game, then it doesn't matter. You can put it out whenever.
Release all the games January 1st and let the players sort it out.
So chaos.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm here for the tarp tactic. Sure, why not?
Just throw it out. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm still.
Just do I remember when one of those those charity the charity bundles come out. They'll be 5,000 games off of itch.io for $5 or something ridiculous, these amazing deals on games, and there popped up this whole cottage industry of people just combing through them looking for these are the games you should try, these are the games you can skip, all that stuff. We do that except with AAA titles. Just 500 games all come out on January 1st.
They should do a AAA title charity bundle.
I mean, that would be sweet.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm still trying. I still gotta find the 3 Fates in Hades 2.
Oh yeah.
So, not done that one.
They're wily.
Yeah, they're annoying.
I actually I did the replay because I got not the bad ending.
Oh, the first ending.
I got the first ending.
Yeah.
And so I just did the replay of it to get the revised ending, I guess.
Yeah, I had to look up the first ending because by the time I played, I got the renewed ending.
It's not that much different, but it's just there's a couple of extra scenes and some of the voice lines are changed to kind of change the motivations a little bit.
Yeah,
so I think it's an improvement.
Overall, I think it's better. I do think it makes it interesting though, because it's it got nominated for game of the year, and I'm like,
nominated before or after? Yeah.
What version of the game did you end up playing?
I think
ending did you see? Because I know there were people who didn't like the first ending.
Yeah, yeah.
Which fair,
But I would hope that even if you thought the original first ending wasn't, or the original ending wasn't as good, that wouldn't disqualify it from game of the year. But considering, the ending is really only the middle of the game.
Yeah, there is that. There is that. So yeah, I've got that to finish. I'm still I think over the halfway point in Hyrule Warriors, so I got that to do. I think the other games I'm playing. Oh right, I think I'm 2/3 of the way through Power Wash Simulator 2.
Ooh.
I've been managing to clock some good hours in on that.
Nice. I haven't played any more of that since the stream.
It's so much fun. Every time I go and I check, Jordan has definitely been putting in more hours than me somehow, and I don't know how.
Power Wash Commander.
Yeah. I'm set for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm in the sort of end game part of Blueprints where I'm like, I keep being like, okay, I think I'm finished with it. I'm pretty happy with it. And like a couple days later, like, well, maybe I'll do another run.
Yeah, I got to get back into that one.
And then I sort of lose. Yeah. So there's definitely a bunch of stuff that I still have to do. And I'm getting super annoyed with, okay, I mean, I don't use it that much anymore, but especially as a kid, I used the library a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A library that you can't actually take any books from. And you have to just look at the books. You can take one book at a time. You write your name on the thing, and then the next day the book shows up there, and you can only look at it on that one table at the library.
Yeah, because it's
a crappy library.
That's a weird interlibrary loan.
Yeah, that is a crappy. The library is full of books, none of which are useful except the one book that you can get.
And the bookstore, you only buy books for the library.
And the bookstore, you buy books and then donate them to the library.
Which, neat, but also, could I read the book before I donate it?
Exactly.
Some of them are expensive.
Yeah. I guess in game what I've done is the equivalent of piracy, because I screenshotted all the pages of the book, which is the equivalent of photocopying a book, I guess.
Yeah.
At the library.
I mean, I used to do that kind of thing. Yeah, I know I rated somebody who was playing Blueprints, and everything looked very different from and they were just in a room, and I was like, oh, I have to know about right now, which I knew,
you haven't seen that room.
because I don't. It looked so different, Paul. It looked like you were in the blueprint, and I don't know what that means, but I know there's definitely spoilers going on.
All right. Anyway, so I'll probably mess around with that a little bit more. Plus, there's a bunch of games that they keep adding to for GameCube Virtual Console.
Oh, that's true. I've been meaning to go look into that.
Luigi's Mansion is on there now. And
I haven't played the first one, so I should give that one a go.
And a few other ones.
Because a lot of people really like how the first one is all one mansion thing. And I still have to play 3. I haven't played 3 because I was like, oh, well, I'll play 1 first and then I'll go back to 3.
Otherwise, you won't understand the story of Luigi.
I'm more worried that I'll hate the mechanics from the earlier game.
That is always the problem where you're like, well, I should go back and play the earlier one, and then the earlier one has some serious issues that we kind of overlooked at the time, but in retrospect were pretty bad.
Yeah, I've been reading so I've been going through the boss fight books, and now I'm on Day of the Tentacle.
Oh, and these are developer diary kind of things?
No, they're all Boss Fight Books is the name of the publisher. It's a indie publisher, I think, and so they get different people to write stuff. There have been books the Splunky one is written by the dev, but it's a behind the scenes kind of thing. Not always. Oh. Sometimes it's just this is my experience when I was a kid with this game, or here's I've done some people do interviews with people and such, which is kind of what this one is, because it's an expanded thing from somebody's article from a few years ago.
I mean, Day of the Tentacle is a really good game. I liked it a lot.
But reading through it, I'm like, man, I really should play some of the old adventure point and click games, because that was never a genre that I got into. Yeah, I mean those look, a bunch of them, Day of the Tentacle has had a remaster too. That's really good. That's quite good. It's like Maniac Mansion.
Yeah, Maniac Mansion is not really worth playing.
No, because it's like their really early one, but they did a sequel.
But Day of the Tentacle is the sequel to Maniac Mansion.
Which...
And it's only like very barely a sequel. It like references it slightly, but it's like an entirely different art style, entirely different gameplay, entirely different stuff. I played the remaster on stream actually.
Yeah.
And
they sounded like, especially because it talks about...
And of course, they're like Monkey Island games.
Yeah, it talks about that time period where one of the things that they were angry about was how adventure games would just punish the player. And they didn't really want to do that as much anymore. They wanted... And I was like, oh...
I mean,
all right, so this is the time period where stuff changes. It might be good now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I talked about this back when I played the Space Quest games. I did the like Pol Quest series.
Yeah.
I played through all the Space Quest games. And Space that was like the big division between Sierra games, which were like the Quest games, and LucasArts games.
Yeah.
Because the LucasArts games you couldn't die. You could get stuck, but you couldn't like fail, usually. Sierra games would just kill you. Like my favorite story is always in the first Space Quest game, you go into this area pretty early on, you land on this planet, you go in the area and there's a hole in the wall.
Okay.
And you go like look at hole and it's like there's a hole in the wall. I wonder what's inside. You say like use hand on hole, and it's like you stick your hand in the hole, there's a snake, it bites you, you're dead.
Right, so you're getting punished for curiosity. There's no warning or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, these days that thing's just kind of funny, but it's probably really frustrating if you're dying over and over. And can you save in between those things?
Oh yeah, you just had to save often.
Right, okay.
And it's sort of a slightly different, and often the deaths were like funny. Not that one wasn't terribly funny, but like the deaths will be funny sometimes and different things. Okay. But it's just sort of a different mentality going into it.
I know. Like I think the only point and click adventure thing I really have played is Broken Age, and I only played the first half. I need to play the second half still.
Only the brokey.
Well, they released the game in two halves.
But like that's
it was
the
like
whole
a
Broken
Kickstarter
Age
thing.
part. Like that's one that I have, but I haven't actually played it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Okay, like there's weird characters and stuff, and
that's Double Fine, right?
Dumb puzzles. Yeah, I think it's the one where Double Fine. No, I think it was an earlier thing where Double Fine broke Kickstarter, and then everyone was like, "Hey, you can."
Yeah, I think it was a crowdfund.
Yeah, that one was a crowdfund. I just think they did an earlier one that also broke Kickstarter, but I might be wrong on that. But yeah, I like you go back and forth between two stories that are simultaneously happening.
Right.
One with a girl and one with a boy. And if I remember right, you can kind of just hop back and forth whenever you want to go do something that the other one is doing. And I would do that to be like, I don't know where I should go for this, so I'm just going to hop over here for a while and do stuff. And it was nice to break it up that way.
Yeah, I mean, Day of the Tentacle is kind of like that, actually. Day of the Tentacle, for most of it, you switch between, you've got 3 characters in 3 different time periods, and you can switch between them arbitrarily.
But made it sound really interesting.
Yeah, it's a super good game.
Whole idea of like do something in the past to get other things happening in other time periods.
Yeah, and you can like put something in the past and then pick it up in the future and stuff. It's cool. You like how you get a hamster and you have to put it into an ice box and then pick it up in the future where it's like a block of ice and then put it into a microwave to thaw it. It's fine.
If you say so.
But yeah, so adventure games is going to be your thing for this year?
Maybe. I mean, they seem like they could be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Why look to games for the future when I can just go find the games I haven't played yet in the past?
It's true. There are very many games.
There are a lot of them. I can fill in like my missing nerd credits or whatever I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like lots of games that I've sort of have weird blind spots, or not blind spots, but just like weird, like that I've just never. I was like, oh yeah, that looks cool, and I just never actually got around to getting it.
Yeah,
But
like sometimes those little like people put out things on social media. Will be like, here's 100 checkboxes of game franchises. How many have you played? What's your geek score or whatever? And I find those are really good for like looking at and going, oh, like if you don't want to play shooters, you already know you're not going to play Call of Duty. You're not going to fill in that box.
Right.
But maybe you'll find some other stuff where you're like, right, I'm meaning to check that out. And it's a good reference point for stuff like that.
yeah. And then also with the whole state of the PC hardware situation, I feel like I probably won't be upgrading my home computer
For a while.
for a little bit,
Yeah.
or at least trying to put it off. And my home computer is like not, it's, I've got like a GTX 1070 or something, which is not the most modern. So, I can run most of the games that I've wanted to run, like Blueprints, for instance, runs fine.
Yeah. A lot of the indie titles are still gonna be fine.
Everything mostly fine, but yeah, the super recent, super new stuff, maybe not so much.
I am curious to see what they're gonna price that Steam box at.
I bet they're.
I think they're interested to know what they're going to be able to price that box.
I feel
too.
like whatever price they had planned on, they might be having to revise it.
Yeah. It's weird to be in a console generation where the consoles keep going up in price, because it's always been kind of
yeah. Well, I'll wait for a little bit.
Yeah,
and
maybe
wait till it
maybe you
comes
get
down.
one because you're like, yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll wait for I'll grab the other one when
I'll
nearing
get a
the
PS5
end
when it comes down.
and
a
then
little bit.
I'll know all the games I want to check out. And
yeah, I mean that's the other thing is that
yeah,
I've been doing a lot of my gaming on the on Switch or Switch 2.
yeah.
So that's been my main source for games that are like, sort of what I would call like the sort of the newest games that I want to play. So, and there's definitely a few that, I've still missed a few, the older, like Zelda games, I'm still behind on, like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker and stuff. I tried to play Wind Waker on Virtual Console, and the wonky controls just frustrated me just enough to make it like not fun.
Yeah, and the remade version they did for the Wii U has shortened some stuff.
I know. It's so frustrating that that there's a better
Yeah.
version already out there that they just haven't ported to Switch yet.
Yeah. But maybe eventually they'll get there.
And I definitely want to check out the Donkey Kong as well.
Oh, the
Banana Blitz. What's it called?
Bonanza.
Bonanza. That's it.
Yeah, it does look fun.
And Metroid and stuff. But yeah, I'm sure there's lots of other cool new stuff coming out. I got frustrated over Christmas because, of course, I've talked about it before, but of course, Nintendo's thing of never lowering the prices of their games does frustrate me as somebody coming from PC gaming. It's like I got a notification from like Deku Deals or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, a bunch of the games that you've like put on your wish list are on sale, and it's like Mario Brothers plus Bowser's Fury or whatever that one was. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's on sale, 30% off. It's $65. And like,
yeah,
that's what games used to be when you just full price.
That's about what they do. I do have that one physically if you want to just
maybe
borrow
do that.
it.
But
Because I mean,
so
the,
yeah, it's frustrating to see, and then like on the PC side, it's like, you know, game that's like a month old is like 50% off,
oh yeah,
or not even 50% off. It's just this is the new price is low.
yeah. I mean, that's literally why I won't buy PC games when they come out.
I mean, that's true.
So it seems like they're hurting themselves.
I mean, it's the tricky thing. Like, yeah, Nintendo, you know, if as long as Nintendo can kind of hold the line, right, on their certainly on their first party titles, right, they have that thing where it's like, you might as well buy it when it comes out because the price ain't really going to go down that much.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only Nintendo game I've ever seen go really cheap was Mario and Rabbids, and that's because it was still, I think it was
It's
Ubisoft
still sort of an
published,
Ubisoft,
yeah, published.
Doesn't
Which
count.
which you know, it was definitely worth the $15.
Oh yeah, Mario and Rabbids is great.
They should not have given them voices in that second one. Did not like.
In terms of like ChillPoint, is there something new? Is there news or things that you'd like to see happen that you think would you? I mean,
that I'd like to see happen. Oh, I'd
I
like
guess
to.
these things that you'd like to see, either because they'd be good or because they'd be good for ChillPoint.
I would like to see the industry give up on AI. At least in the way that they're doing it.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, that's a big ask.
I know, but that's what I wanted.
I know.
And you know, we got there with we mostly got there with NFTs and stuff, but you know, we had that story with Larian doubling down on we're gonna keep using it for production, which I'm not hot on. Expedition 33, kind of the same story in the fact that they also did use some AI in the early beginnings, but they decided it wasn't really worth using.
I would like if we could.
They did get their Indie Game Award taken away from them for
Right.
having an AI thing in it that they took out later.
Yeah.
Which I think, honestly, I'm glad to see the Indie Game Awards hold their line.
Yeah, and I mean that wasn't so much that like, oh, you're no longer an indie game. That was actually just like one of the submission
their line
requirements.
was no AI. So
I hope that what I would hope, you know, given that, you know, completely abandoning it is probably not on the cards. Something that I would wish for the industry is to try to, it's so hard to define these things, but like try to get some sort of definitions in terms of, you know, the like clair obscure version where you're using AI for, at least according to what we know, using AI for sort of initial concept stuff or placeholder stuff, versus using AI for final production stuff, versus using AI on an ongoing basis to create content for the game. Or I don't know whether those necessarily are the dividers, but like I feel that there are sort of tiers, I guess. There are levels of AI usage, and it would be nice if we could have, you know, some sort of discussion about that.
Steam has at least, and I'd like to see this more because like if I can't get people to drop Killing Our Planet, the Steam has a thing where it's like the disclosure of like what did you use AI for, or did you use AI? And I'd like to see more games just putting that out there so that people can at least make their decisions of if they don't want to support that, they reasonably know that they already know, like the company's just copped to it, would be nice. I got an email, a really weird email for some sort of game that was like, hey, I'm so and so. Here's your key code for this game. Let me know if you want to do any collabs. And there was like nothing about what the game was even called or anything in the email. I was like, this is really weird. Or not what it was called, but there was no like images or description of the game or anything. And they gave me a code for Epic, and I was like, all right. So I looked it up on Steam, and it was like a remake of their older game or something. And I was like, all right. And I'm looking at it and like, it doesn't look great. The AI thing at the bottom was like, I've used AI for making certain things, but what got me was it said that that they used AI to make promotional images. And I was like, well,
so does that mean the promotional images aren't actually screenshots of your game?
yeah, which seems like okay, so I don't know what your game looks like potentially at all because your promotional images aren't from your game, but also you couldn't even be bothered to put those in the email.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, I don't think so. It was so weird.
Yeah. It's definitely something that, you know, I don't think, you know, the whatever, the genie doesn't go back in the bottle. I don't think, you know, I think there's going to be stuff with it. I think I saw somebody say, you know, like AI is almost certainly, you know, a multi-billion dollar industry. It's not probably a multi-trillion dollar industry, which is what is currently being forecasted.
I need it to be clearer because we're definitely in that phase where in terms of, it's like when people would just say, oh, we're doing cryptocurrency things now and we're using all the buzzwords. So we got like AI being used in so many ways. And the AI that most people are angriest at is Gen AI.
Yeah.
Then you have like, I saw some sort of dumb story the other night where there was a group that was mad at this Christmas tree farm for not selling them their land because they wanted to put in a bunch of computer stuff to make AI farms. And I'm like, it's just a weird like Christmas movie story of we're going to take away the Christmas tree farm.
Yeah, it's some sort of weird Hallmark story. Yeah.
And I'm like, what is even going on now? I just need more clarity in shit at the very minimum.
Yeah. It's definitely a weird time. It'll be interesting. I wonder if we'll get to a point maybe in the near future where, you know, there was a point where everybody was like, oh, check out our cool new NFT stuff. Mm-hmm. And then there was a period where people were still basically doing blockchain NFT stuff, but they started not saying it.
Yeah, and they kind of started calling it different things sometimes, or they just wouldn't tell you.
They would be like, oh, we're doing stuff with the blockchain, or we're doing stuff with, with algorithmic security or something.
And I feel like I've seen a little bit of that with AI where they're like, oh, my program called blank, where it doesn't use the term AI, but if you click into it, you can see that it is. And I can't tell if that's we're trying to hide what it is or we want to have kind of our own branding.
I feel like getting to the point, I feel like the first step towards, you know, people turning against it like they did with, you know, NFTs and stuff. The first step is that like companies and people or whatever are no longer seeing it as like a marketing point to emphasize their AI stuff.
Yeah.
They start like they're still using it, but now they're kind of downplaying it is a good step.
A good start.
But yeah, it is. It is a tricky thing, and you know I can't deny that I've seen lots of, you know, as Rock Pushers is lots of actually very interesting, positive uses for AI stuff. I've used some AI stuff myself, but I didn't inhale. I just dabbled a little bit. I'm mostly
ChatGPT has been around for a very long time, right? Everybody has used it.
I've
when it
mostly
came
been
out.
unsuccessful using it. Like I mostly just got annoyed and frustrated with it. I'm sure you can do stuff with it, but so it hasn't been that useful to me. I know lots of people it has been very useful to. I will say, from a checkpoint perspective, I will continue to try to eliminate AI images from the shoulder graphics.
Now, there are times when we're covering AI stories where we're showing that AI graphic on purpose.
Unless it's a deliberate thing to illustrate an AI
Ideally,
thing.
we're not intending to put them in there as a thing, but
I'm not going to say that. In fact, I will say that I will probably not succeed.
yeah,
because it's hard.
It weirdly takes more time to be constantly. Ian and I were talking about this when we were doing the Rhythm Cafe song thing, where it was like, okay, so you picked your songs, right? Yeah, and it's like, and then I spent a bunch of time making sure that they were real people.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been doing a lot of image searching and stuff with DuckDuckGo now, which theoretically has an AI filter thing where it's don't show me AI images. I don't know. I think that's largely user run in the sense that you can tag an image.
Right. So you're not
AI.
necessarily, you're probably 80% of the way there, but you don't
at least
can't really know.
It seems like it helps. But it is tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, is an AI determining which images are AI? Indeed, that is something that they do.
Yeah, I was watching so I'm pretty sure I'm behind on this, but there were a couple episodes of Elsbeth where they would, and I mean it's not like it's a hard factual kind of procedural thing, but they'd find a computer and they'd use a thing to be like, has this thing been written by AI? Oh, 100% it has been. So now we know that this is totally fake. I'm sure there's tools that exist, but it's just the way they're doing it. It's very much like other forensic things you see on TV shows where you're like, yeah, I know that technology probably exists to a degree, but probably not to that degree, or is expensive, so it's not just in every place that has fingerprinting.
It's and it's well it'll be interesting to see moving forward as how all this stuff sort of shakes out. It's undeniably useful for all sorts of things, but not everything that it's being used for currently.
Yeah. I mean, biggest issue is there's a bunch of stuff it's just getting used for no real reason other than, hey, we have the shiny sparkly thing. And there are a bunch of things that it's getting used for where it's like, well, it can do that, but there's been some stories where it's even if you use it and then you have people go over it, you're actually spending more time having people go over it than just letting them do it.
Yeah.
So then there's the cost versus what you're getting out of it.
Right. Yeah.
Whether is there a huge environmental impact or is it a time thing? Money. What are you actually sacrificing for? I had some NPCs make up some fake dialogue.
Right.
Was it really that important that they have that much extra dialogue?
And it's now anytime anybody is playing that game, it's a whole chunk of that game is being dynamically
I'm also
generated.
guessing then that also makes that game basically an online only game.
Oh, so I mean, this is not. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Right.
And not only online only, but theoretically quite expensive to run. The more people are talking to to NPCs, the more money they're spending on you know, AI tokens.
Yeah, and then how do you, I guess, for the whole like stop killing video games thing, how do you, let's say it all works completely ethically and we're all okay with it for whatever reason. How do you preserve that?
Yeah, you would have to, you know, switch it over to like a local, either a local LLM or like fix it as, you know, lock it in as like, you know, one particular storyline or something, or one particular set of prompts.
Like there's a bunch of other things to consider.
It
makes it a lot more complicated suddenly than
it's a
we
weird
haven't
idea.
even solved in other places. Like,
I mean, you know, we've talked about the like AI video game video game frame generation thing and how weird that is, of like, you know, just drawing frames from a video game and like, you know, it completely random stuff just like happens and things in the middle of the screen explode for no reason, because often things explode in the middle of the screen in video game videos.
right, yeah, and every time you look up, the room changes.
Yeah. And it's like, I can certainly imagine using AI and LLMs and stuff to, you know, to design levels in a game, or to at least help with design levels, to help with coding some of the game, to help with assets for the game. But it's still running in like a game engine. The idea that it's actually just like randomly making up everything that happens in the game is just a very weird idea. Very interesting. Anyway. But anyway, we will see. I mean, that's going to be one of the big stories, or one of the big sort of,
it's still going to be a continuing
in 2026. How that shakes out, whether the bubble bursts in 2026 or whether it's going to be longer.
Hopefully we're done with like the massive layoffs, at very least to the extent that were happening over the last like year and a half. Like we've shaken out everybody overdid it during lockdown and couldn't possibly foresee that wouldn't last forever portion. That might be nice.
Yeah. Let's hope that things can slow down on that front anyway.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more unionization. I think we are getting to that.
That has been a positive
I feel like there is
change
more
in the
positive
industry.
in that coming.
Yeah, and more of that, please.
So yeah, like I think there are some positive things that are working their way out.
But
when it comes to the industry stuff.
But yeah, it's we will see. And obviously there's all sorts of other, when we're talking about in the context of ChillPoint or Checkpoint or whatever, we're talking about, we have got this sort of very narrow window into what we're looking at. Obviously there's all sorts of other things that will be affecting the world one way or another. Yeah, we will see how those things then affect the video game
Silksong's
industry.
getting more content. That's cool. I assume that because Supergiant will be done Hades 2, that maybe they make something new.
Yeah, although I would guess they would probably... I don't expect anything new to be coming out this year.
No.
Unless it's
But I'm not expecting like a Hades 3. I think maybe they... I don't think I would be as excited for Hades 3.
Yeah, I feel like Hades 2 kind of refined and really tightened up everything from Hades 1. And it's, doesn't need to be... It's like, I think you've basically done all you can do in that. In that field. Not that it's a perfect game, but like it's, I feel like they have said what they need to say for that particular thing. And Supergiant does make all sorts of other interesting games, so be interested to see what else they could do.
Yeah, I really liked Oh shoot, what was that like fake sports one they did?
Pyre.
Pyre was really interesting.
It was, yeah. Pyre, I didn't actually play through the entirety of Pyre. It was one of those ones where I found the sort of story and stuff much more interesting than the actual gameplay.
Yeah.
And then kind of got annoyed at the gameplay, and so I stopped. But I find
it interesting that even if you fail at the games, the story keeps going.
Right. That was an
right.
interesting
Like
aspect.
it's in a weird way, it's a visual novel with instead of making specific like choices through dialogue to get things going, you win or lose a match.
Right.
Really determines your pathing.
Yeah.
I mean, you have some other pathing choices as well, but I think they do an interesting thing with it. I don't like the sports part of it. I'm glad that that's not like, that's a thing I can kind of half ignore, but I just want to see them do something different, because Supergiant always seems to do something really well but also kind of different than what I see other places do.
Yeah. They certainly know how to create interesting characters and relationships and stuff.
Oh, Jenny LeClue. The last time I checked on that, they were still working on it, so I don't know. I don't feel like that's coming out anytime soon.
Beyond Good and Evil 2. 2026.
That's definitely not happening. No. Pick a different dream.
I know.
Because to be honest, even if that one happens, it's not going to come out very good.
Yeah, I know. It would be a heck of a surprise. Star Citizen coming to an actual release.
1.0?
Yeah, 1.0.
That'll be quite the day if they ever get there.
Yeah. There have been weirdly there have been resurgence of Half-Life 3 rumors.
But yeah, those happen, like, those always resurface every so often,
but
right?
Like specifically with the with the new Valve the Steam box and different things like that there's been sort of a resurgence of that. No, for real this time, Half-Life 3.
Did they ever announce that they were working on Half-Life 3, or was this just like a fan thing the entire time?
They never announced that they were working on Half-Life
3. Oh, okay. I'm just curious, because I've never...
People were like, but they did 2, so 3 must logically be next.
Right. Okay. Sure. Yes. Perfect logic. I'd like to see what the new Zelda is, but I assume we're not hearing about that for another year or two.
If I would be excited about a new Zelda, especially if it's in like a different map.
I just want a different place now. Like,
yeah.
Like I feel like they did
again, like Hades 2. Yeah. Like we've done the ground, we've done underground, we've done above ground, we've done in the air.
Yeah.
Like
let's move on to something else now.
We've pretty much thoroughly dealt with all that stuff, and now with Age of Calamity, we've done the same world, but like back in time.
Yeah,
so
we've done plenty of the Warriors type games. The Echoes of Wisdom was a nice breath of fresh air.
That's true. I still would like the Echoes of Wisdom prequel.
Yeah,
DLC
that would be fine too.
That's like Link up until he gets stuck.
Oh, maybe they will actually release Twilight Princess and Wind Waker for the Switch. Finally, the one thing I'd really like them to do if they re-release Twilight Princess for the Switch is that they also throw in the crossbow training game and the Picross game. I think they should put it all together in one package.
Nice.
They probably won't, but they should.
Yeah.
And I'd play it again.
I like Zelda in space. That's where they need to go next.
There's some concept art of stuff like that, I think.
Also Portal 3, sure. Yeah.
Portal 3 definitely coming. Any game that you've been waiting for a sequel on or you think should get a sequel, we'll definitely get that in 2026.
Yeah.
Or at least an announcement.
Exactly. Yeah. At least an announcement.
No, should we wrap up for the day?
We should wrap it up. Once we're into Half-Life 3 territory, then we're
just spreading her out.
Yeah. But anyway, 2026, everybody. New year, new video games industry. Actually, probably basically the same video games industry. But who knows? We will find out in the future as we continue with ChillPoint. But for now, thank you everybody for joining us on this rambling episode of ChillPoint. As always, you can follow become a member of the YouTube channel, the LRRVG member, and then you get your name in the credits at the end of ChillPoint. And you can support us on Patreon or buy stuff at the store or any of these other ways that you can support us. It's always very much appreciated. Or even just follow the channel on Twitch or on YouTube. Whatever. Tell your friends about it. Tell your enemies about it.
Just tell everyone.
Yeah.
Just go up to them and be like, have you heard the good word of ChillPoint?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And we will talk to all y'all later. Bye.